So then, given that as of the 16th of March, the 2024 theme park season will commence for Alton Towers, although if you consider the Pirate Takeover part of the theme park season, which I guess it technically is, the park is kind of already open, but oh well, we'll brush past that. And this got me thinking, not only will we be able to get night rides when we're at Scarefest, because obviously the park's open later for Scarefest, but given that now we're also going to have the Alton After Dark event on selected weekends in March, and hopefully more, because they did say they were looking to see how this event was received, we might have more dates revealed later in the year. I was thinking about what are my favourite night rides to get while at the Alton Towers Resort, and that's what this video is going to go over. It's going to go over the best night rides at Alton Towers. So then, first up we have Oblivion, and that is because riding Oblivion at night just feels like a completely different ride experience, and it really is a ride which every time I go to Scarefest I always make sure to get a night ride on, just because riding Oblivion at night, you not only have the thing of most commonly when I've ridden it in October, you have the sort of cold air, meaning that when you hit the tunnel, the mist feels like cold water hitting your face. It kind of takes you back a bit. It really does take you off guard, amplified by the sense of speed, because obviously when you're in the dark you can't see as much, meaning you feel like you're going 10 times faster, and the lights around X Sector, obviously looking off to the Smiler in the distance, really is just awesome to look at. So this is a ride which I would definitely recommend getting on because it is just awesome to ride at night. After that we'll jump over to Forbidden Valley, and I'm going to make a prediction saying that this is going to be a good night ride just because in the past the previous version of this attraction was an incredible one, and that is of course Nemesis Reborn, or as it was originally known, Nemesis, just because Nemesis is really just a retrack. It will be the same ride, and as long as we've kept the same lights as they had before, it will be a great night ride off the bat. But from what I'm getting the feeling of, or what I'm hoping I should say, is we're going to have an incredible lighting package. In fact, it's partially the reason why I'm thinking the park's opting towards an After Dark event towards the beginning of the season, just to sort of say, look what we've done with our refurbishment of Nemesis. I could be completely off there, but even if they've not added new things, this ride has always been an amazing night ride, just because of the fact of, again, like Oblivion was, the sense of speed on Nemesis is amazing in the day, and at night, after you've gone up down the dropping into the sort of corkscrew into that turnaround part, the sense of building speed at night just feels awesome, especially as you go over the creature into the 0G roll. You really do feel the speed. It's amazing, and it's one which is definitely worth trying if you get the chance to have a night ride on it. So then, hear me out for this next one because it sounds ridiculous, but it is one of the best night rides I've ever had just because of how funny it was, and I am talking about the Runaway Mine Train. Now really do hear me out on this because it sounds stupid because you think, well, it's a family coaster, but in terms of having fun on a roller coaster, which is what they're there for, I've had so many occasions where you've been there with family or friends and you go on Runaway Mine Train thinking it's just to get on it because it's got a short queue, and it has been great fun, with the operator interaction just being absolutely hilarious, and there is just something about it which can be so much fun riding this at night, and is one which it sounds really cringy and awful until you try it, and trust me, it is a really good fun to try, so definitely give it a go, especially if you're there with a group of friends or family. After that, jumping back over again to X Sector, we of course have the Smiler. Now that is because this ride at night is the best form that this ride can be, in my opinion, because it captivates the part of the Smiler being kind of just inversion after inversion, disorientating a little bit because you're kind of changing direction so much. Not having the daylight to sort of help you see your surroundings makes it a whole lot more disorientating and plays on that, which makes it even better. And most importantly from that, the lighting, I think it's called the Spider, which is in the middle of the Smiler, that structure with all the screens and the like flashing parts on it, is amazing at night and really does illuminate the area around it. And when you're looking at it from the ride itself, it's amazing, and it's even a great thing to look at from off-ride, and it is one of those night rides which really does, in my opinion, show the Smiler at its best, because it's obviously not the smoothest of rides nowadays, and I guess you could say the layout is kind of just inversion after inversion, but that suits riding it at night down to the ground, so I definitely recommend trying it, and it is not only one of the best rides at the park, but definitely one of the best night rides. And last but certainly not least, we have Wicker Man, which is just, in my opinion, the best night ride that you can have at Alton Towers, hands down. And especially this season, given that it's been announced that we will finally have the fire back on the Wicker Man structure itself, it is an incredible night ride because it not only captivates the things you want on a wooden coaster with speed, because it's been operating all day, it's warmed up and worn in a bit throughout the day, meaning it's carrying its pace through the layout anyway, which is a great thing for a GCI to have, especially one which is kind of focusing on weaving in and around that Wicker Man structure itself with a sense of speed. It is great to ride it at night, and you not only have the bit of sort of taking you off guard, feeling the heat of the fire coming up from over the structure, you have the lighting around it, which is awesome to look at. It really is a beautiful lighting package for Wicker Man. It just is an incredible ride and really does capture that sort of feeling you want on a wooden coaster with that sort of relentlessness. It is a really good night ride and is one which I definitely recommend getting if you get the chance. So then, these are just my top 5 night rides that I would recommend getting at the Alton Towers Resort. I have definitely forgotten some to put in this video, as I usually do with these sort of tier lists. I have found throughout making these sort of videos, bullet point script things that I make for these, that I am awful at making the bullet points when sort of thinking about what I want to put in the video, then go to edit it and go, I didn't put that or that or that in. Please do put the night rides that you would all recommend in the comments, because I'd love to read them, and it is amazing to read your comments. I cannot thank you enough for the interaction I've had in the comments. It is great to read all of your opinions on these sort of things, because I cannot even explain how often I'll read through the comments and go, that's such a good point, I can't believe I didn't even think of it that way, or I can't believe I didn't think of that. So please do put it in the comments, I'd love to read them. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please do like and subscribe. It really does make the world a difference and really does help this channel out. And I'll see you all in the next one.